can't see what anyone says. That's like the most annoying. I got a question for Claude. I've got a question for Claude. In my YouTube live stream, I can't find the chat window anywhere. Bum, 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 bum. Let me help you find the chat window in your YouTube live stream. Here are the most common fixes. If you're watching a live stream, look for the chat panel on the right side of the video. It should appear automatically on desktop. If it's hidden, click the speech bubble chat icon at the bottom right of the video player. Try going full browser width. Some chat sometimes disappears in narrow windows. If you're the streamer in the YouTube studio, go to YouTube Studio, go live. In the stream dashboard, the chat should appear on the right side panel. Click the chat tab if you see multiple tabs on the right. Common reasons chat disappears: theater mode or full screen. Chat hides in these modes. Press the window to narrow. Chat was manually hidden. Look for the stream was set for kids. Was that a mistake? That's what I thought. How to fix this in YouTube Studio. Go to YouTube Studio. Click Content in the left menu. We're going to go over to here. I'm going to hit Enter. I'm going to Content. Find your stream and click Edit. Find my live stream. Click Edit. And details. I'm going to scroll down. We're going to uncheck that little pesky box there. We're going to save it. Change saved. Now we're going to go back. We're going to refresh. I'm going to go back to my live stream. Live chat's there. Back. I'm going to go to YouTube Studio. Go to YouTube Studio. We're going to go to Content. We're going to go to Lives. We're going to go to click Live now. No, go back. Wrong button. Right there. View Live in Control Room. And there's our chat window. Oh, people can say hi to me now. Isn't that nice? Music's going. Chat's on. We're in action, though, man. All right. Thanks, Claude. Damn it, it's fixing my problems too. It's fixing my problems too fast and they're not taking that long. Let's see, what was I going to do? I was going to generate an image and see how that worked. What is an image I want? I want a Yoo-hoo carton. Generate me an image of a Yoo-hoo carton. Make it an animated character. Let's see, what else? I think this needs to come down a bit. That's what I'm looking down. Let's see how that looks here in a second. Alright. Let's make it an animated character. Let's add something fun to it. Oh, fuck. Something fun for our animated character, you, Corton. No. Dress it up like superhero. Batman. Enter. Let's see what happens. Ah. What are you giving me? So it said it couldn't do it, but then it did it. So I'm not able to generate or create images. That's outside what I can do directly. However, I can create a full illustrated SVG of a Yoo-hoo carton dressed as Batman. Let me know that. Let me draw that for you. So you can't generate the image, but you can draw an image. Come on. It's looking good. What in the fuck? Why is he sad? The Batman is sad. Oh, goodness. Let's try the same thing with ChatGPT now. Let's see who did the better image generation. It couldn't generate an image, but it could use like blocks and like layering, like an animation. So it's like boom, boom, boom. It's layers, if you notice. It's all it did is took a bunch of like layers and stuck them together. Which, I mean, is, you know, it did it. It tried, even though it said it couldn't. We're still waiting on ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT's image generation. I goof off with this thing all the time. Let's think. So, Claude's kind of out of the image generation question. It's good at working us through stuff, though. I like that, and it can look at an image and it can tell you what it is. Like here, we'll put the image from ChatGPT into this and see if it can figure out what it is. It must be busy over there at who owns ChatGPT again? It's OpenAI. It must be busy over there because usually I get these within a couple minutes. I can show while we wait. Let me see here. Where is that image on? I don't remember where they're at. I think I have them saved into here. Are they in here? I might have another one in here. Let's see. Alien cartoon. This is... Does it work? I have to hold it here for a minute. I think so. I had to do that one. Oh, you could barely see it because of the light. Alright. Try it now. How about that? No, still. Burp. Turn down my backlight all the way. Now let's see if that works. Nope. Ring light really fucks it up, doesn't it? Let me plug this phone in. Oh my goodness, OpenAI. Come on. Alright, we'll play with Claude a bit more while I wait for this. They're like, dude, would this guy leave me alone? I have too much ChatGPT chats. I'm always talking to ChatGPT, dude. I was bidding on something on eBay. It was this graphics card, and they sell for like, I think it was like 120, and the dude had it listed there for $40. I was like, oh, I'm gonna bid on this, and I just clicked the bid button, and it kept being like, you've been outbid, you've been outbid, you've been outbid. And what happens is people can set it to like a maximum thing to where if you bid, it just ups their bid again, so they can just keep outbidding you while you're doing it, so you can't like miss out on a bid, and then it'll stop at a certain amount. And I got so frustrated, I just sat there and I hammered $20 on his auction, and I was like, there you go, buddy, because I knew it would go up to 80. You know what I mean? It's 120, so you probably had it set to 100. So I kind of played that cash cow game where I just spammed and once I got to $60, I was like, okay, I don't want to know how much higher he goes. So if you're bidding on a graphics card on eBay earlier, and you hit that $40 bid, and then it just jumped up to 60, that was me. Oh goodness. I did have another. I was doing this earlier where I was testing out how good it is at kind of like, oh wait, let's check the ChatGPT first. Do we have an image? Not yet. We're so sorry, but the image we created may violate our... Oh, I didn't see that part. We will redo it. Can I just stop it? It'll stop when I try to do it again. Paste. Get rid of the Batman. Enter. copyrighted. I forgot. Guy can't get a Yoo-hoo carton dressed like Batman nowadays. It's sad. Alright, well, that goes with that. Alright, go over here, back to Claude. Oh, I had like a whole prompt written for it. Ooh, isn't that cute? That is just adorable. I'm gonna say that one. Oh, I love it. Oh. See, and it kind of looks like Batman. I mean, the cape is not black. It kind of looks like a. I don't know who that looks like. It's like a mix of Super and Batman. It's you, man. Oh, I love this. Okay. Back into what I was doing. I was gonna have and see if I can get it to like tell me about a computer. Found a computer on eBay. It has very little info, but from the pictures I can see inside to the internals. Can you maybe tell me what I'm looking at based on the hardware installed? Fix all my typos. It can either be accurate and slow, or it can be sloppy and fast. E-pictures. Pickers. Prompt it first. What I've realized is prompting these tends to work a little better than like writing the prompt and adding the pictures at the same time, because when you pre-prompt it and then add everything to it, great shots. Here's what I can identify from the internals. Case, Corsair mid-tower with tempered glass side panel and blue RGB fans. Looks like it could be a Corsair 4000D or similar style case. The board appears to be an Asus ROG, Republic of Gamers. You can clearly see the ROG logo lit up purple-pink RGB on the motherboard. Likely an AM4 socket board, compatible with Ryzen CPUs based on the overall build style. AM4 is not a bad computer. I'm essentially using like the Intel version of one. There's a large AMD stock style or aftermarket tower air cooler sitting on the CPU. It has a single fan and chunky heatsink. Nothing exotic but functional. GPU graphics card. That's the guts. Oh, those are what we want out of these things. The most clearly identifiable part is the AMD Radeon graphics card with the Radeon branding lit up in red on the shroud. The style of the shroud and the TRGX or similar lettering on the side suggest it could be a sapphire power color AMD Radeon card. Possibly an RX 500, RX 5000, or an RX 1000, 6000 series. Seems like a big jump range, though the exact model is hard to pin down without a clearer shot. You can see RAM sticks installed due to brand speed isn't the brand speed isn't readable from the photos. Other observations. Cable management looks decent but not pristine. Blue RGB fans are visible in the front of the case. No liquid cooling, air-cooled build. PSU is tucked in the bottom, standard ATX layout. Overall assessment, this looks like a mid-range gaming PC build, probably from somewhere between 2019 and 2022. $60 starting bid plus $125 shipping. The shipping cost is almost suspicious. That's very high. The value really hinges on which exact Radeon GPU and Ryzen CPU are inside. I'd message the seller and ask for the exact CPU and GPU model numbers before bidding. That info would make or break whether it's worth it. Well, I'm curious about that shipping cost. Why is the shipping... Caps lock. Go back. Why is the shipping so expensive? I see other computers ship for $40. I would assume, this is my assumption before I press send, is that because it's like a working... Did it work? It says functional, doesn't it? Yes, everything's on in the picture. So a functioning computer is going to be packed better than like a non-functioning computer. So if you're buying a $40 computer, they're going to mail it to you with $40 worth of shipping. Where if I'm buying, like an actual 2019 computer with a graphics card, they're probably going to put in more foam, more bubble wrap, all this stuff to keep it from getting messed up. So that is my pre-enter assumption, is that it's doing that because of all the extra shipping it takes to keep it from breaking. That's a fair question. There are a few reasons why shipping could be $125 on this one. Likely reasons. The seller is in Dixon, North Dakota. That's pretty rural and out of the way. Local shipping from remote areas tend to cost more because carriers charge more to pick up from less service zones. FedEx Ground versus UPS. They're using FedEx Ground, FedEx Home Delivery, which is generally more expensive than UPS for large, heavy items. Seller who uses UPS for computers can often get it down to $40 or $60. Weight and size. Full tower PC with glass panel, heavy and bulky. Easily 20-30 pounds boxed up. FedEx charges based on both actual weight and dimensional weight, whichever is higher. The seller may not know better. With only 2 feedback ratings, this looks like a casual first-time seller. They may have just gone to FedEx, got a quote, listed that price without shopping around for cheaper options. Possible profit padding. Some sellers intentionally list items cheap but inflate shipping to make extra money. Since eBay takes a cut from the item sale price but not always the shipping amount. Bottom line, the $125 shipping on a $60 item is a red flag worth noting. I cannot talk. Noting. Combined with no returns accepted and the seller with very little feedback, I'd be cautious. The total cost would be $185. Make sure the specs justify that before bidding. And this was one of the ones I grabbed because it is like a super sketchy, no info, $60. I could easily click bid now, hit $100, go, oh my god, I won. Didn't look at this. I don't know if you can see it on mine. Yeah, $125 shipping. So I expected, this is going to hit $125 at least, $150, $200. A working PC usually hits about $200 when they can play a game. That's like budget gaming lowest. I could probably build one for $200 if someone came to me. $200 plus shipping of everything, if that makes sense, because you'd end up buying, depends on what you want to play. That's the hard one. You can play 90% of games on this computer. You really can. You can even play modern games when they come out. You just got to turn the settings down. Your biggest issue when it comes to like these big expensive computers is these big expensive computers are being bought by people who want to play really intense games, and not intense graphics wise, but stuff like Call of Duty, stuff like Apex Legends. I mean,
So what it is you can play the game, but when you set up with the big GPU and the big monitor, you're getting like feed from the game at rates 2, 3, 4, 5 times as fast as say my computer down here. So if I'm playing uh, World of Warplanes is a game I like. If I'm playing World of Warplanes and I'm flying around and I have this small screen, it's pretty slow. When a plane is coming in on the side of my screen, it's gonna come in a lot slower than if I'm running a $1,200 brand new computer with a brand new monitor. A lot of your GPU cost when you're gaming is going to your monitor. It's going to the megahertz that you're putting into that you're feeding into it, because the megahertz can just keep wanting more, right? The higher that hertz is, the more stress on your GPU you're gonna get. Especially then when you're playing something like what's the new Call of Duty game? I don't fucking know. Playing something like Fortnite. I don't think Fortnite's the biggest because it's a very uh, not graphics heavy game for what you're playing. Apex Legends is a really good one because there's a lot of like sharp corners, a lot of people that just come out of nowhere. And when you have a faster monitor and a faster GPU and a faster CPU, you see all that faster. That's why you're spending so much. If you buy $300 gaming computer and you stick it on a normal monitor, you'll play everything. Really, you will. Any new games, they talk about AAA games. Turn off those. Oh, what's that? What's the? There's a setting. There's a couple settings, but there's ray tracing. Turn off your ray tracing. Turn off. I think it's a few other graphic settings, and it works fine. Every game. What you're screwing yourself over. Oh yeah, it's the size of map that's being rendered. So if you're playing uh, a game on a really big map, like Red Dead Redemption's a good one. You get really bad lag when you have maximum rendering on the map. If you lower the rendering, everything renders faster. That's why boom, right there. Set $200. You sit down and play games. I'd be a little worried about all the dust I'm seeing in this. A used computer is kind of like a used car. You're going to pay that lemon tax on it. You're going to sit there and you're going to game on it for a while and it's going to break. That's why I've got this. A new RX 580. Because when my gaming computer RX 580 goes out, I don't want to buy a new one. So I bought one pretty cheap off of, I think I got this one on AliExpress. $80. I used it once. It works. I pulled it back out and it just sits here. And then I've got the same graphics card in this computer as the RX 580. But it's been used a lot. So once it burns out on me, stops working. Oh, goodness. Little rant over about it. I kind of hate that. These people telling you need to spend $2,000 on a computer. That's not even talking about your fancy mouse, fancy keyboard, fancy monitor to play the game. You want to stream the game. You need nice camera. I've got a nicer camera. I've got one of these. Mirrorless DSLR. The issue with this camera is the battery dies pretty fast. I think when I have it on, it goes for about an hour or so, and the battery dies. Then I gotta swap the battery to keep recording. So I stopped using it, and I just swapped over to this regular webcam. But we're gonna try that same test now with ChatGPT. We're going to go down to there. New chat. I'm going to go over to Claude. We're going to take the exact same prompt. Pop it in. Hit play. It slipped. Move around too much. Yes, I can absolutely help with that. When you're flipping PCs like you've been doing, which I have been doing, I can't really, I guess I can, but I shouldn't. My ChatGPT is really, really, really talked to. The more you talk to your ChatGPT, the more it has, like, information to go off of. So it kind of knows what I'm doing. So I can just kind of plug and play whatever I want into this, and it goes off of, like, the 100 chats we've had about computers. So it knows what I'm doing. I can absolutely help with that. When you're flipping PCs like you've been doing, identifying parts from photos is actually a really valuable skill. Upload the eBay listing photos, especially the inside of the case, and I'll analyze them for you from pictures. I can usually estimate motherboard type, CPU generation, RAM type, CPU model, power supply type, storage drives, upgrade potential. A typical desktop PC contains several key components: motherboard, CPU, RAM, GPU, blah, 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 blah. We already know all that. We're going to hit this, and this, and this, and this. Go for it, ChatGPT. Let's see what you got to say. Nice find. There are actually a lot of clues in this photo. You can narrow this build down pretty well. I'll walk you through what I can identify visually. What hardware this PC likely has: AMD platform, stock AMD Wraith cooler, AM4 socket most likely. That's what Claude said. That means the CPU is probably one of these. Ooh, I got a guess. Possibly a Ryzen 5 3600 or newer. Ooh. The ROG logo on the motherboard means it's an Asus ROG board. Most likely models. Asus ROG. Okay, so it gave me multiple models. These boards alone sell for $70 to $120. The GPU has a lit Radeon logo and a single 8-pin power connector. That design strongly resembles RX 570, RX 580, RX. Okay, so they gave each one a different GPU type. Let's see here. Where was your GPU type? I know. There it is. All right. So Claude thinks it is a. They both think it's a Radeon. This one thinks it's an RX 570, 580, or RX 55000 XT. Based on the size and design is my best guess. Now, again, it's not fair because I've given my ChatGPT hundreds of GPUs and asked what kind it is, and then like later confirmed it. So it does have like 1,000 images of GPUs to go off of, where this one doesn't. But it did guess the RX 500 series, so okay. But it didn't really guess the RX 500. It guessed 3 others. Okay, we're gonna go down a little bit more. RAM 2.6 installed, likely 16 gigabytes of DDR4. NVMe installed. Did you mention the NVMe? I don't remember the NVMe. Ooh, Claude, you missed something. This is a Corsair tempered glass RGB case.
estimated parts value with case. Did this one do that? Did I ask for that? No, but it, again, ChatGPT. I was just about to make sure ChatGPT knows I'm going to take the computer apart and sell it. So it's telling me the normal what I want. 60 to 100, 70 to 120, 40, 80, blah, blah, blah. This one did tell me the final cost. Yeah. See, it's not programmed to think like a. Is the difference between talking to AI and not talking to AI. When you use it a bunch for what you're doing, it just kind of learns what to do, and it starts doing it. Parts value is 265 at a low. Flip value, working PC if it boots and works. Typical resale is 350, 500. RGB glass. Gamers buy these fast. Major problem with the listings. Both of them noticed it. That was what I was kind of worried about, was they weren't going to notice that $125 shipping cost, but they all did. Price plus shipping, $1,600, and neither one of them is acknowledged that it's not, and it's in the picture, right, that it's an auction. I didn't miss that up, right? Yes, please bid right there. Okay, so neither one of them acknowledged that this is a auction, and that computer is probably not. I lost it. That computer is probably not wanted no more. I can go on and see. Let's see if it's the same price. But the whole point is that neither one of them has acknowledged that the computer, with the shipping cost, can easily go over $350. Because the computer can sell for $200, $125 shipping, $325. Whew. It should be right in here. My recently viewed. Let's see if it's still $60. Can't believe I didn't even heard it. Recently viewed. There we go. This one. Still $60. It looks like he bought it from somewhere. Well, I'll tell you what, if I had the money. Whew. If I had the money. Alright, Claude. Let's see, what else are we going to play with? What else are we going to play with? QR code generator. It just takes you to the, okay. What is this? Enter a historical event in Claude. Oh, God. The burning of Alexandria. Didn't they burn it? I did that right, right? It was the Library of Alexandria or something. Right. Did I do that wrong? Failed to generate scenes for this. Please try another one. Oh, let's try. Invasion of 1910. Oh, 1010. 19. Oh god, I can't type. I'm so stupid. Alienism. Alien. Are you giving me something? Nope. Okay, alright. It's gotta be more generic. Uh but all that stuff, I wanna see something fun. Okay, we'll try World War II. I just want to see what it looks like, but this is boring. Is my music still on? Is it still in the background? Well, I'll tell you what, if I had the money. Whew. Well, I'll tell you what, if I had the money. This better be good for how long it took. Oh my god. Come on. Oh. Oh, that's cute. Alright, let's play a game.
is no audio. Yes.